All that money. All that money.
And then
Who getting it though? Angie. Making deals. Get 'em, Angie. Get 'em, Angie. Get 'em, Angie.
it's my first. Well, should I say this? Well, anyway, my first deal I closed.
Boom.
Thanks to Mr. I Stay Woke.
That's how we do it. Stay woke or wind up broke. Angie.
Good as a...
Then a what? Count. Gee, look at all them hundos. You're a baller.
Yeah.
Shot caller, 20
I'm sure this to my...
Don't shirt. All that money. All that money.
And then
Who getting it though? Angie. Making deals. Get 'em, Angie. Get 'em, Angie. Get 'em, Angie.
it's my first. Well, should I say this? Well, anyway, my first deal I closed.
Boom.
Thanks to Mr. I Stay Woke.
That's how we do it. Stay woke or wind up broke. Angie.
Good as a...
Then a what? Count. Gee, look at all them hundos. You're a baller.
Yeah.
Shot caller, 20
I'm sure this to my...
Don't shirt. Today's find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for you real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list. And don't forget, you got to find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters. Powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
Get your free real estate joint venture agreement and get notified of upcoming shows. Text JV to 636-330-1444.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. You may have heard the saying, the fortunes are in the follow-up. Now there's a brand new system that is great to help you cold call, text message, drop voicemails, and so much more, all automated. You don't have to remember anything. Just set it and forget it. All you have to do is speak to people. Check it out, wokereply.com. It's a multi-touch marketing campaign where you can schedule to send text, voicemail, email, and even live calls all on autopilot. Check it out today, wokereply.com. That's wokereply.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, it's about that time. It's Monday Night Raw, real estate style. What's going on, everybody? Hope you had yourself a great Turkey Day, a great Black Friday, a great Small Business Saturday, a great Cyber Monday, and a fun day Sunday, and all the other days. I don't know, so many days you got to remember. Every day, we are streaming all the way live on multiple platforms right now: Periscope, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and temporarily on the Instagram at ChrisMonroeSTL. Put your name in and where you're coming in from. I'll give you a quick shout out before we get started with the show tonight. We got a great one for you. We got Miss Angie B coming on in a minute. She's in the green room warming up. She's going to come out here swinging and bucking and swinging, talking about a wholesale deal that she closed here recently. And we're going to actually break down the deal analysis, how the deal was found, talking to the seller, dispositioning the deal, all the ins and outs of actually how to do a deal where you don't need any cash. You don't need any credit. You don't need a real estate license, not in Missouri. You don't need anything other than that specialized knowledge, knowing how to find deals, close deals. How easy can it be? So like I said, put your name in and where you're coming in from. I'll let you get a quick shout out before we get going. As you know, we are streaming live also on the Woke Real Estate Podcast. Give us a 5-star rating if you're listening on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, or Amazon Podcast. A lot of casts. Go ahead and give us a 5-star rating if you're listening to that on there. Let's see who we got up in here. The superhumans in the building. What's up, Robin? I see you. Good to see you. We got Tia down here in Dallas, Texas. Just got back from there last week. The Texas tour was great. I wish I can go back because it's like 30 degrees here in St. Louis now, and I want to get back to some of that warm weather. All right, we got Deidre from Toledo, Ohio, one of those great markets from what I understand. Somebody on Facebook say, let's get it, Angie B. Let's see your good information. What's up, Demetrius? Lucy Miller. What's up, Lucy Closed Deals up in St. Louis doing it too. All right, Michelle and ATL, how you doing? Sadal the investor. Yo, onward and upward. That's what I'm talking about. All right, cool. Simple. Look at all these superhumans. Man, y'all trying to take over. Look at this thing. That's what I'm talking about. So like I said, we got a great show for you tonight. Hopefully you brought your notepad, your questions. If you have anything, drop it in. We'll get it going. Let's see. Dang, we got a lot of people up here. Look at this. Houston, Texas. Y'all all through Texas, huh? Milwaukee. Rashawn in Milwaukee. All right. Battleground states in the building. All right. They still fighting over the election up there, even though we already know it's over. So hopefully y'all having a great one. And we're going to get this thing going. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share. It's about that time, y'all. We about to get it popping.
And we have. And we have. And we have Mr. I Stay Woke, and Mr. I Stay
Woke. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. Tonight we got a special guest on here, Miss Angie B. There she is, and she's in the green room coming out right about now. What's up, Angie B? How you be?
What up? Long time no see, Chris.
I know, I don't see you never. All right, cool. Welcome to the Woke Real Estate Podcast. And for people who may not know, who are you, Angie B, and what do you really do?
Well, my name's Angie, and I buy houses.
I know that's right. Buy them in any condition, right?
That's right.
That's what we all do until they sign. Say, I might have signed it to somebody else, though. So cool. So you had a deal. I guess you got into real estate somehow. Tell us about how you got into real estate. How did you find out about this stuff? What made you even want to get into this wacky world of dealing with?
Ooh. Long story. I'll try and give you the condensed version, but it's actually something that I started with my brother, my late brother, and we weren't able to fulfill what it is that we started. So kind of pushed it off to the side, but actually probably about a year and some months ago, Sis Shanika, I saw her on Aaron's podcast, and she's the first person that made me think that I could really, really do this, because she had a husband and she had 5 kids, and 2 of them were little babies. And, I'm like, man, if she says she can do it, I know I can do it. So I kind of really started studying real estate about a year ago. But earlier this year, I joined actually the Superhuman campaign with Aaron Bevins. It's called the Superhuman Wholesalers. And they even have a launch this week if anyone is interested. But ever since I started the Superhuman Wholesalers campaign, things took off, for me in real estate exponentially. Just being able to network with people who were, doing the same thing as me, and being able to run deals by people and get encouraged by people who are doing the same thing with me. That's really how my real estate business took off. So shout out to the Superhumans. We really do this.
That's true. The Superhumans really do it. Shout out to my bro Aaron Bevins, and shout out to Sister Shanika. She's doing great things up in North Carolina as well. And so you saw that, you said, wait a minute, she's in this with a bunch of kids. I got kids and I got a life, and everybody got something going on. If she can do this, I can do this. That's what you really believe.
Yep. That's exactly how it went.
So cool. So you got into what they call real estate wholesaling, and so what are some of the things that you tried out in your first, over your time while you were trying to get into the game? How are you going about finding people that want to sell their house? What were you doing in the market?
Well, So when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. So I tried to, get leads by referral, but who's gonna send you leads and you've not done a deal, or you've not, really proven yourself. So, of course that didn't work out, but I just actually started driving for dollars to get really good leads. But this lead came from a free Facebook ad.
A free Facebook ad. Wait a minute.
Facebook ad. So
wow.
Yeah.
So what'd you do? Just post up and say, I want to buy somebody's house, and somebody just responds back?
Basically, post in Facebook. I don't do marketplace, but I post in different, like buy, sell, trade groups, garage sale groups. Just, hey, I buy houses. Does anyone want to sell their house? Really, very simple. And believe it or not, people respond.
Wow, you just dropped a nugget bomb on them. Everybody finna go try to post now. So you basically go to buy, sell, trade, for sale type Facebook groups. Go in there, just make a post like everybody else, hey, I want to buy a house? Or what is your verbiage say that you put into a post like this?
Different things, and you got to switch it up, every other day. You can't say the same stuff or it's going to seem like spam. But I would say one silly one I have is empty house collecting dust. It sounds silly, but that's one. And another one is do you or anyone have a house that is vacant or you don't want, or different scenarios? If so, inbox me, I can help. It's in fact, some of them are just one or two sentences, very simple. Basically, I buy houses, let me buy your house. If you need help, come to me, basically.
Straight, simple.
Mm-hmm.
So don't try to get too stupid and write a book. No. Make it hard, make it simple. I want to buy a house.
Yeah, they're not going to read it if you do. I played with it. I used to write paragraphs, but they're not going to read it. Very simple and, to the point.
So when you post these up, were you getting a lot of responses from people saying, yeah, I want to sell, or tell me more, or stuff like that?
Actually, yeah. Actually, I need to start doing it again. I stopped because I was getting too many leads and I couldn't handle them all. Yeah.
What?
So I'm gonna actually start again. But oh yeah, if you do it the right way and you do it consistently and you're not, spammy, then people will respond. So
are you putting only words, or are you adding a picture inside?
No, I used to put a picture and people did not respond. So I just put words, just really a sentence or two, and that's it. I just put words. Very, very simple words.
Wow. So you dropped this free post into a Facebook group. And so this seller that the deal we're going to be discussing here tonight, what did they respond? What did they say to you?
Just, hey, I have a home that needs a lot of work. Basically, the person said it was unlivable. And I was like, great.
Right up my alley.
I buy properties like that.
So did they seem kind of motivated, or how did it go? Or did you get straight on the phone quickly? Or were you doing a lot of screening on the internet first?
So the thing about, posting a Facebook ad is people who respond to you generally have a high level of motivation, or else they wouldn't, waste their time even responding. So yeah, the motivation was pretty high.
Wow, that's true. So, okay. So why was this person that inboxed you, why were they selling to begin with?
They were selling because this property was, it was a property that they had before they got married, and, they moved to another house, and it could have been a rental for them, but they just didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to deal with repairing it and putting the money into it and managing it. So they just wanted to get rid of it.
So you feel like the house was so did you go out and see it immediately, or did you put this person under contract before you met him, or did you even meet the person?
Oh yeah, I met the seller a couple times actually. Yeah.
And so what was his demeanor and stuff? Was he just, I just want to get rid of this thing, or was he friendly?
Yeah. I even gave him some scenarios of stuff that he could do. Like, hey, all you really need to do is cosmetics, and you could, rent this out easily. And he just didn't want to do that. So that lets you know the level of motivation to get rid of it too.
He wasn't messing around, huh?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about the condition of the property when you went to go see it. How did it look? Was it anything that stood out to you? Like, man, this house really is bad. I don't know about this.
Well, I don't want to trash anyone's house, but yeah, it was pretty rough on the inside. It was rough. It definitely needed to be cleaned out and probably carpet taken up and repainted and all of that. So yeah. So this is it's actually a double wide on land. So kind of doesn't look like a mobile home, but that's what it was. It's a mobile home.
Looked like they just went shopping. Was all this stuff in the house when you went there?
Yep.
So it had a bathroom. That's a hat. That ain't even a whole bath. It's like
That's a whole bath, but that bathroom was like halfway renovated. Was halfway done.
cool. So wow, it looked like there's some
Yeah, you can.
exposed.
That's part of the bathroom.
So what about all this furniture and stuff? What'd you do with that stuff?
Actually, the seller moved all of that out. They moved it out. I would have moved it, but it belonged to a family member, so they moved all of it out.
Okay, cool. So it was basically an empty house, ready to go. No more messing around.
Yep, it was
What kind of paint job was this up here? Somebody tried to paint?
halfway.
He got a bomb or whatever you call that thing.
Really?
Yeah, I just my first time really looking at the pictures in detail. That's bad, ain't it?
I took the pictures and I didn't notice that. So
I'm just looking at them like I'm looking like new, like everybody else. Nice size kitchen. They had a lot of stuff in there. So they were just using this house for storage, basically, I guess.
someone was living there, but it was described as unlivable by the seller.
So when somebody tell you unlivable, you're thinking it's the worst things scenario. But then when you go, did you feel like this was still unlivable once you looked at it?
It was unlivable for me, but it was not. It wasn't. It wasn't something that was too far gone. It just needed some love.
This room don't look too bad.
No. The person had a bunch of pets, so it as soon as you walked in, you could tell.
Did they take these appliances and stuff too, or they went with the house?
No, they took all of it. They moved all of it out.
Ooh-wee. So this had more than one bathroom then. So this was a bath and a half.
Yeah. Nope. It had 3 beds and 2 full baths. Yeah.
Oh wow. That beautiful blue, nice little vanity there. See? So it appears that the house may have been halfway livable. I mean, would that what we would consider it to be? What's this, like a back room or something? Why was this room?
No, that's the other bathroom. It was not finished completely. It wasn't finished all the way. I don't know. That's the kitchen, I think.
Okay, so this house needed quite a bit of work. So talk to me a little bit about the numbers. How did you arrive at, what did the seller want for this property?
So the seller actually was really flexible. He was really flexible from the beginning. He had a mortgage still on it. So of course he wanted the mortgage to be paid. That was just he just wanted to sell it for, how much he owed. And so actually what I was gonna do, I was gonna keep this property for myself and actually fix it up for myself and rent it out. But the only way that it made sense for me to do that would be to take over the mortgage. But he wasn't interested in that. He didn't want to do that. So
How much did he owe on the loan again?
He owed like $35K.
35,000 owed. And what was the payments on it? If you were
like
to
like 410, something like that.
$400 a month. How many houses could you buy at $400 a month, right?
Yeah. I know.
So this house had some land with it too, right?
Yeah, it had almost 2 acres of land also to go with that.
So almost 2 acres of land. Did the seller come out and tell you, hey, I want this much for the property, or how did y'all come up with the pricing?
No, he just really wanted to get the loan paid off. Basically, that's all. He didn't, want anything extra. He just wanted the loan to get paid off. So that's
Pay
it.
off my loan and I'm happy.
Yeah. And so, actually, what happened is, like I said, I was gonna keep the property for myself, but when he didn't want to do, he didn't want to do terms, I had to just let him know that, paying cash $35K for the property, in the condition that it's in, I can't, like, it doesn't make sense. Gabby. Yeah, it didn't make sense for me to, purchase it cash.
So as far as a cash offer, what would you have to offer him to buy cash? Approximately.
About 15.
15K, and you'd have been happy to buy that bad boy?
Yep, I would have bought it and, fixed it up.
So you would offer 15, but he owed 35, so that's already a no-go right there.
Yeah, I knew I couldn't do it. So actually, what happened is, I was still new, so I couldn't, well, I'm not going to do anything but be honest, but I didn't know anything else to tell him other than, the numbers don't work for what I'm trying to do. So I can't, I won't be able to purchase your property. But what I told him is, what I can do is, I can kind of shop it around to my investor friends to see if anyone else might want to buy it. Like, just because I don't want to buy it doesn't mean, someone else doesn't want to buy it. And, he accepted that. So,
so you hit him with the investor friends. I like the key word there. My investor friends might like this more than me.
But it was the truth. It was the truth.
That was being honest. See?
Yeah.
So when you got it under contract, how much did you put it under contract for originally?
I put it under contract for how much he owed, $35K.
So it's under contract for $35K, and you try to send it out to buyers at what amount? You just pick a number right out the sky.
This is funny. Let me think. What was it? It was something really ridiculous. I think like $60K. Was it?
Yeah, about 60, something like that. Now, what did you think the after repair value was anyway? I guess we got to start there. What do you think it was worth when it was all fixed up?
Oh my goodness. So the truth of the matter is, I don't know.
So is this a difficult property to comp for some because of the location or what?
It was difficult to comp because the property was in a town with a population of like less than 200, and it just was kind of like an anomaly. So I didn't know what the ARV was or could have been, to be honest.
Say, I don't know, pick a number. It don't matter. You're not buying it anyway, right? So you said, I'm going to go ahead, lock it up, shop it around to my investor friends.
Yeah.
Let them do their own math.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's the truth. I didn't know.
And that's a great policy, because I've been doing that on a lot of deals myself lately. I stopped trying to, sell people on this stuff and say, hey, this is what I got. If it works for you, it works. If it don't, it don't, right? Because
I've done my own calculation of an ARV and shop something to a buyer, and they're like, that's not the ARV. So I'm like, okay, if you know it, then I don't need to try to figure this out then.
So we don't know what the ARV was. It's probably in the 60s, maybe, give or take. You don't think it's much more than that though, right?
Yeah, I know it's not more than that.
I think it was like in the 50s or something.
I think it was in the 40s. Well,
yeah, it was kind of low, 40 something, to be honest. It was low.
Yeah.
So no clue. We'll just put it under contract. We'll shop it to our investor friends. They're not doing anything with it. The seller's on board. They don't care. They just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Go in and try to solve a problem and help them out in any way we can. So you get the deal under contract for $35,000. You send it out for $65,000. What kind of responses were you getting from people that wanted that?
None.
They said, hell no, I ain't even calling you.
None. So maybe I got some spotty responses, and it was people offering a lower amount, but I didn't get very many responses.
What kind of offers were they giving, or were they even giving real offers at all?
Well, some of the offers were close to asking price. Many of them were a lot lower.
Yeah. So they were around a 15,000 mark like you were when you looked at it.
Someone actually offered to pay 20,000 actually.
20K. Oh, you would have got it if you could have did it, but it wouldn't work. So we got it under contract for 35. How long did you have it under contract for?
So let me think. I think I had it under contract for 2 months actually.
2 whole months. Good.
Oh, that's Sam. He always clowning.
And Sam Butter, up in the Facebook group, there is a link. If not, I'm going to put it in there in a second that you can click to unlock it, so we can give permission to show your name on the stream here. So
that's my cousin Butter.
That's right, Sam Butter, my brother Sam Butter. So cool. We lock it up, 35,000. Send it out, asking. No responses really from buyers. What do you do next, Angie?
I said I need to stay woke before I wind up broke.
And so
let me call Chris and tell him what trouble I'm having and see if he can help me.
I know that's right. So that's a good thing. When people, they need to notice that if you ever get stuck, find somebody in your market. Would you suggest that to people that are coming into the business to get stuck somewhere as well? Find somebody else in their market to try to help them push that deal through?
Oh yeah. Don't just think or assume that you got to do it all by yourself. There are people who I know personally who've made 6 figures just this year alone working with, someone else. Like maybe they're doing the acquisition side of the transaction. So they're acquiring the properties, talking to the sellers, getting properties under contract. And then their partner is doing the disposition side of the transaction. So they're basically communicating with buyers and things like that. So man, don't ever think that you have to do it, all alone, especially when you're first starting out. It almost makes sense to, get help from someone else who's a little bit more experienced. But just don't go to just anybody. Make sure the person has a track record, and then make sure it's someone that you can trust, because there are shady people out there, and you don't want to get involved with them. So yeah, I say partner up if you can at any time.
So you saying there are sharks out here waiting for these newbies to come in and say, come here, my little pretty?
Yeah. Is that a shark on your thing right there? Oh.
I have to put some sharks on the screen. So yeah, they are waiting for you.
Oh, they're there. So just beware.
Yeah, so that's very important. Definitely, real estate itself is a team sport. A lot of people think I have to do this, I have to do that. It's not I, it's we. I don't even talk an I when I'm even talking to anybody. We buy houses, not I.
Yeah.
We solve problems for people. What can we do to help you out? I got a team of people. I might not know them all yet. They on my team. Is that a good position to be in, Angie?
Oh yeah. You see, my investor friends helped me to sell this property.
Most definitely. So going into the actual dispositions of the property here. So yeah, when you brought it to me, I'm looking at it like, man, I don't know. It's locked up. Let's do something with it. So I basically sent it out. I was getting the same response: email blast, text blast. I pulled a list of cash buyers in the area. What else did I do for trying to find a buyer for this? Oh, posted it on all the sites, the same stuff like you did to find the deal. Did that to try to find some buyers. Posted on Craigslist, post it on Facebook, post it on OfferUp, post it on Let Go. I posted it on like basically anywhere you could post a deal. My House Deals was another place. Let me put this up here. Finding Cash Buyers. That's what we're talking about. My House Deals. What's that other site? There's a bunch of sites. Like basically anywhere I can post, especially if it's free, post that bad boy. So I started getting a few responses. A lot of people were like, "Oh yeah," and so the pictures and stuff that we just shown, this was basically on a link that I could send to somebody. So if somebody called in, "Hey, I'm interested. I want to buy," send them a link, let them look through the pictures and stuff and say, "Oh man, I don't know, this looks like it need more work," or "Oh, well, I'll go lower. Oh, can I come see it?" So some people wanted to see it. And how did that go, Angie, when people wanted to go see the property?
Do I need to?
Just a little touch. How what were people saying?
Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So that part was tough. That part was tough because some people didn't show up. So it's a property that was, man, probably about 50 miles from where you are, Chris, and probably about 20 or 30 from where I'm from. So it was pretty far out. And so, man, some people would say they want to see it, and I would go there and they didn't show up. And I was new, so I didn't have a lockbox on the property. So I'm spending my time and spending my gas, steady driving out there. I think I drove out there, probably about 10 times.
So lesson learned from that was what? Put a lockbox on that pappy, huh?
Lockbox on it.
Especially if it's way out of your way, and it is about 50 miles from me because I live in South County. This is up in past Northwest County, like past St. Charles somewhere, like I don't know, Foley, Missouri, out in the sticks. So I definitely don't want to make that trip to be like just to show a property. So lockbox, very important, and not only just the lockbox, make a copy of the key. Put one in the lockbox, keep your other one just in case the other person that goes to see the property locks it in the house, loses the key, something silly happens, and you're like, "Oh, damn, I don't have any more keys." Very important to make a copy of that key as well. Did you do something like that too?
Yeah. Since you suggested it, that's what I did. Yep.
Yeah, because you just never know. I mean, I haven't had anybody lose a key, but who wants to go through that and pay a locksmith when you can pay $2, $4, whatever it is, and get a key and don't have to worry about that? So most definitely. So people came, they didn't come. Some did come. The people who did show up, what kind of things were they saying about the house?
So yeah, the people that showed up were saying, basically what I said, that it needed some work. Definitely needed the carpet ripped out, needed to be repainted. And you saw part of the bathroom needed drywall. So, actually some people were expecting it to be a property that was, move-in ready. So yeah.
They thought it was ready to go and found out, nah, this ain't the one.
Yep. So of course those people, it didn't work out. That was one of the 20K offers actually.
Yep. Cool. So these people were a bunch of tire kickers. I got a bunch of those on the phone as well. A bunch of tire kickers. Some people no call, no show. Some that did show was like, "Oh, I thought it was move-in ready." Evidently, they didn't look at the link or something, which has all the information there, so you don't have to wonder. I don't want to waste anybody's time. Normally, even what I even suggest to for people that are new, that are listening to this or watching this, take a lot of pictures, one, inside and outside, and take a slow video and go through the property with a video to like make a walkthrough so that anybody who wants to see it, they don't even have to go. They can know the house needs work. There's no, it's not move-in ready. It's beat up. It's ugly. It's all that stuff. I mean, that's very important. I think, I try to do a video on every deal. So people finally started coming in, offers coming in way too low. Finally found I actually had two people, I think, right? Didn't two people come around the same time, said they wanted this house, something like that?
Yeah. Yep. So, and they both were serious buyers. Um, one of them, Lord, is one of the people that had me, driving there. I think I drove there about 4 times for that person. One time I was halfway there and something told me to call, and the person was like, "Oh, you didn't get my message?"
Really? After you halfway there?
I'm like, oh. So, yeah, that same person, I almost gave up on this deal, actually. That same person rescheduled a time for me to come. I came to that mug, and man, they wasn't there. Oh, I was mad.
You were flaming.
I was hot. I was mad. And actually, man, I was so mad. This is what I did. I drove back from there and I went to, where did I go to? Culver's. And I said, I'm finna eat something. I was so mad and I bought me something to eat. And as soon as I was thinking, forget this. Ain't nobody gonna want to buy this. These people keep not showing up. Don't nobody want to buy this. And as soon as right when I was at the point, like I could have gone either way. I could have said F this and left it alone, or, kept trying. My friend, Bryson Duval, right when I was about to give it all up, he called me. I don't know how. He called and said, "Hey, sis, I was just calling to check on you." I was like, "Oh, you just called at the right time, man. It was gonna be a wrap."
So he just somehow magically knew, or the universe knew the
Man, I'm talking about literal down to the second. It could have went either way, and he called and said, "I was just calling to check on you." I was like, "Oh my goodness." So, and that's another benefit to, being in a community like the Superhuman Wholesalers. You get connected to people who you get to know personally, and they'll reach out to you in a time like that you're about to give up or you're about to quit, and encourage you and say, "Nah, this is what you need to do. Do this. So yeah.
So you felt like this was about to be a dead deal, like we wasting time, wasting energy. I want to quit. So that call just came at the right time, huh?
It came at the exact right time. I don't know how it worked out like that. It came at the exact right time.
So that sounds like that makes sense. You got to surround yourself with quality people. That makes your mindset help your mindset out a little bit, right?
Big time.
So cool. So was that the bar that ended up buying it, or was that some other person?
No, they were dragging their feet, making me waste my time, keep meeting them, and actually somebody else snatched it up. Yeah.
Cool. First one to show. So we finally got somebody came in. It was a father, a son, and a daughter. Oh, no, not a son. What was it? Father, a girlfriend, and a fiance or something like that. A fiance, I guess. Basically, right. Popped up, said they wanted the property. They went to see it. The people who ended up buying it, what was their initial reaction when they looked at it? What were they saying to you?
What happened then? Guess what? I didn't show them the property. They freaking went there and busted the door open to see it, actually.
I figured.
So
you say, wait a minute, they just gonna let themselves in. They just bought the house in their mind anyway, huh?
They busted the door open and they went and saw it and said they liked it. So I'm like, okay.
Okay, because I was on the phone with them, and the guy, I guess it was a boyfriend or a fiance, a girl and a boy, a man and a woman, I guess we can say. The man was doing all the negotiation. The woman was the one with the money. So he just kind of like trying to negotiate with me, like, yeah, we want to get it. Yeah, we want to get it. And I'm like, so what do you think you can do on it? How much? Because at this time we got it out at $45,000, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was 45K. We had to come down on the price.
Yeah, we got it down to 45K. And they were like, yeah, so he's telling me, oh no, I could do like 30. He told me 30,000. So I'm thinking 30,000. Oh man, but the dude owed 35. We can't really do nothing with this. Let me see if I can get him up a little more first. So the guy is telling me, oh well, we can do this, we can do that. And I was like, well, if you can do 34,000 and pay the closing costs, I think we can get this deal done. I'm basically positioning myself or positioning us to saying that, hey, yeah, I think we can get this through. That's lower than the loan payoff. I just told him, I was straight up with the buyer. You know, there's a loan on this property. We got to pay it off. That's not enough. If you can do 34,000 and pay the closing cost, we can make this thing happen. And I got 2 other people interested, so I try to create some urgency. It was one other person interested.
There was 2 other people that kept not showing up, so that was the truth too.
Yeah, well, you know, well, people that really want to buy, they can drop the money, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ain't none of them serious to me until they drop the money.
Yeah.
So basically, the guys, we ended up agreeing on 34,000. They pay the closing costs. I call Angie and say, Angie, I think we can get it done, but we got to get the seller to come down off that number.
When you said that, I remembered actually the seller telling me, you know, that, well, let me go back. So when I did get the property under contract, I explained to the seller that there are 3 things that could happen. One, you know, somebody would want to purchase your property, you know, for the amount that we're asking, or someone would want to purchase it, but, you know, for lower than what we're asking, or maybe no one wants to purchase it. So, you know, I explained that to him, and he wanted to move forward with, you know, me trying to get someone to purchase it. But remember, I had it under contract for almost 2 months, and I was in constant contact with the seller. So I kept in touch with them, and, you know, I remember him saying that he'd be willing to bring money to the table just to get, you know, just to get it closed out. So when you said, I was really honestly trying to get it for the amount that he owed, because that would have been nice. But, you know, I remember that he said that, and I told you, and you hit me with the what?
So yeah,
never. Oh my goodness, I would have never thought this at all.
So the guy owed 35,000 on it. I got a buyer ready to go at 34,000 locked in. Yes, we want it, and they sent EMD over $500 EMD through Cash App. Sent the EMD over through Cash App. I never met these people, by the way. That just show you a lot of people like overthinking, like, I got to do this, I got to do that. You ain't got to do nothing but get on that phone and make these deals happen. So I never met these people. They cashed out me $500. Don't know me from a can of paint. Just to know that the earnest money's locked in. No, we got a serious buyer. I told Angie, yeah, go back, see if he can do 28,000, and we can get this deal done. So 28,000 to their 34,000 makes a $6,000 spread, gross profit, $6,000 spread on the deal. What did you say to the seller about getting that down to 28,000?
Well, I just said we got someone interested, but we need to get it at around 28. And he was like, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
So the seller is going to bring over $7,000 to closing to sell their house.
That's someone that's highly motivated. He really wanted to, you know, not have it in his hair, not have it in his name anymore. So he was willing to bring money to close out the deal.
So it looked like we got about 40 or so people watching live right now. And I know somebody's thinking this, why didn't we go any lower since he was so easy to bring money? Do you feel like that would have been the right thing to do? Be like, let's get him down to 20 and then try to make a big spread on it?
You already know the answer to that if you know me at all. Because I was like, well, maybe we can just try and do 33. Yeah.
So you were going to save him from bringing money to the closing.
Yep.
Wow. So,
I shouldn't have been thinking like that. All the gas I wasted going out there. but that's just how I am. I really wanted to try and get it, as close to that amount, the amount that he owed as possible.
So basically, moral of the story: the seller ends up signing an addendum to the contract to say to reduce the price to 28,000. The buyer's going to take it at 34,000. That makes a $6,000 gross profit spread margin in between. And this deal is not normal. It didn't meet the regular ARV stuff. It didn't meet what's your repair cost stuff. It didn't meet all the seller owed this much, we can't help them. It didn't meet anything that all the training and you see on the internet goes.
And so, before I do things, I run it by people who I know, they know. And people told me, it's not a deal. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. But in some things I'm hard-headed, and I was just still trying to make it work. And so I guess I'm glad that I, stuck it out, kept trying, found a resource.
That's right. So you're telling me consistency is key, regardless of the obstacles. This is entrepreneurship. No matter if you're doing real estate, no matter what type of business you're in, keep pushing, right?
Keep pushing. Yep.
Let the marketplace decide.
Yeah. And when you're direct to seller, there are some things that you might feel or some things that you might see that somebody you're consulting with doesn't get or doesn't see. So for me, I had talked to the family so much, and I really just wanted to, help them get the desired result that they wanted. And so that was my drive to really find, someone who wanted to purchase it. So
most definitely. Somebody need to take this house off my hands. If anybody's listening and have any questions about this deal, go ahead and put them in. We'll try to get them answered before we wrap this thing up here tonight. Let's see here. I did see a couple of questions up here. Let me scroll back up to it. They were asking, when you went to this property, Angie, did you take someone with you to help you estimate the repairs?
Ooh, yeah, I actually did. The very first time that I went, I did. I took someone with me, my cousin, who is, he was actually studying to get his license then. He's now licensed, but I took him with me. And so that's what helped me to be more comfortable. Because if I would have went by myself, I really was so new that I wasn't, I didn't have enough knowledge at the time to, converse with the seller on that level of repairs and all of that type of stuff. So
most definitely. And also in between this deal too, we didn't mention, we got a potential creative person to show up. He said he had 10,000 down to move in the property, but the seller said
no. And I knew that because I had asked them before for myself, because I wanted to take over the mortgage and do it myself. That would have been my first not even rental. It would have been my first lease option, actually.
Yep. So this guy said he got 10,000 and he'll take the property, and we couldn't even get to him.
He just didn't want what it was is he didn't want his name attached to it anymore. So he wasn't interested in it.
He just wanted freedom. I know that's right. So cool. So this guy was so motivated, you can do no wrong, basically, huh?
Yeah. That's a very good description, Kelsey. Very good description. That's actually how it went. Those are.
Angie made a way out of the no way. Keep pushing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, a lot of the stuff we try to overthink, overanalyze it. If we upfront just let the seller know, hey, I'm not buying it, but I'll see what I can do to help you out, and they agree to it, and they like you, and they trust you, and you're going to go help them out. Let the marketplace decide. I mean, I don't even give repair estimates to people on any deal anymore. I don't give ARVs to people anymore. I might show them some comparable properties in the area if they need it, but I don't give that information anymore. I just stopped doing it. It doesn't help me or hurt me because a cash buyer gonna do their own due diligence
They're
anyway.
gonna do
I mean,
their own anyway. And I just notice when I attempt to do my numbers, they're gonna say that the numbers are something else anyway. So
anybody that's buying anyway, buyer beware. Do your research. You know, don't buy it on nothing I say. Go check it out.
yeah.
You know, a lot of people try to get me to qualify. Oh, what do you think it needs? How much for this? Hey, I don't know. I do know it needs this, this, and this. If I know it needs something in particular, I'll list it, but I don't give numbers. I let them do their own math, because really, when you think about it and you're doing repair estimates, how do you know what they're going to pay to get something done?
Right. They could be doing it themselves or paying it out, and those would be two different numbers. So
I know people with 4 or 5 sons, and they all let them work, and they don't have no labor costs. I mean, it's just like, what the hell? You know, why am I counting something that I can't count? You know, when you just look at it. I mean, and everybody got different philosophies on it. Like, oh, tell them the proper ARV and tell them the proper repair amount. I ain't tell nobody nothing, because really you could almost find yourself being liable because you said something that may not be true.
Yeah.
I'd rather just say, I don't know, and let you do your own research. Buyer beware. I
really don't know. So
if you really don't know, it's even better, right? Keeps you out of trouble. Cool. So through this ordeal here, what are some of the major takeaways that you feel like you learned from this deal, Angie?
I learned a lot. I learned really just to be yourself. Be yourself with these sellers instead of, man, I used to be terrified of cold calling, terrified of just talking to people, talking to sellers. I used to be terrified, but I mean, I learned from you. They're just people, and
what's the worst thing that can happen, right?
Yeah, I've talked to all different types of people, from different walks of life, on different levels. I do that all the time. So what's the big deal? I just learned to be myself, to do things with integrity, to, remain positive even when monkey wrenches are thrown. and man, positive results will eventually come. Just keep grinding, stay consistent, don't give up, reach out to resources if you feel like there's something that you're not too good at. Man, all of those.
So do you find yourself being more comfortable when speaking to people on the phone about their house now?
Oh yeah. Yep. And I one thing that I need to catch myself on is I end up talking to people who don't even want to sell. I call them and establish that they don't want to sell their house, and I'm still talking to them. So I need to I did that just today. The lady said she wasn't selling, but she started talking and she said, "'Cause I ain't no fool. I'm 81 years old." And I'm like, "Woo, you don't sound 81." And we just started talking. She already said she ain't want to sell. I'm just talking. But
it can happen. You can go down that rabbit hole.
Guess what?
What?
She didn't want to sell her property, but she gave me a lead of a neighbor of hers that was selling their property. So it ended up, working out in that situation. But one thing I need to learn is to, when not to talk to people.
Right. And that was just what I was getting ready to say. Even if somebody say no, they don't want to sell, do you know anybody that does want to sell? Will you be looking to sell within the next 3 to 6 months? Stuff like that. Ask those questions, because the best deals I've got came from stuff that wasn't nothing. I mean, they were trash and it just turned into treasure.
When people tell me no, I always ask, unless they've already hung up on me, I always ask, well, do you have any other properties that you're wanting to sell? Or do you know anyone else who might be wanting to sell their property? Or, I always ask those questions.
I know that's right. All right, Barbara here on Facebook says, did the seller see the HUD one where they see your wholesale fee and realize he could have gotten it closer to $35K original asking price if you hadn't gotten a $6,000 wholesale fee.
Did he, Chris?
I've never talked to the seller. Did he say anything to you?
No.
The buyer did say something to me about
Okay.
that 6,000 thing, because she sent me a message like, "Oh, we're not supposed to pay any commissions. I see $6,000 on here. What is that?" The buyer saw it, but the seller never saw it. So the buyer saw it on their side. They came to me, and I said, "Oh no, that's not anything. That don't have anything to do with you. Your purchase price is $34,000 plus closing costs." And she shut up and went and closed, because that's was her whole stopping point. She tried to stop at the last minute, but I know to keep pushing these people to the finish line. You ain't getting out of this, buddy. We done came too far. Down on closing day, by the fact, when this was all going on. Like, what's this $6,000?
And I would say,
I let her know they don't have anything to do with anything. That's just part of the thing for the deal. But your purchase, your number is $34,000 plus closing costs. I just went straight like that, stuck to the script. She ain't asked no more questions. She went and closed. She went and brought her $34,800 and something to closing. The seller brought their $7,100 and something dollars to sell, and everybody was happy at the end.
yeah.
And the bank wired the money over that afternoon. I said, "Oh wow, they quick." Because I was thinking it was gonna be too late. You know, if you get so late in the afternoon, they don't wire money out. You gotta wait till the next day. Did it come that day? Yeah, I think it did. It was the same day. I think same day as closing. So yeah, but yeah, the seller, I guess they didn't say anything to you about it, so they didn't see it. So no. And so that's another thing. So I did want to mention that about that HUD 1 statement. So the title company that we used on this deal, they're usually pretty good. They're slow. I'll go ahead and tell the truth. They're kind of slow about stuff like speed, but they're pretty thorough with most of the stuff. They sent me both HUD statements before sending it to the buyer or the seller. So she sent it to me first, said everything looks good, everything looks good. All right, go on and send it out. And so they ended up taking it like that. So make sure that they don't send out something wrong. And I hope your title company is doing that as well. All right, let's see what else we got here. Vernessa says, so you just basically give them a comp and what repairs that you see it needs to be done, no price?
Well, you could do it with no price. You could say, what? Give me your highest offer, but I usually put a price on that.
Yeah, this was a price. Matter of fact, this is the listing that, like I said, people can go look at for it when they went to go see the property. And this is all it said right here. Do you see anything on here about repairs, extra thing? All I got is the address, the price. We were asking $45,000, some pictures. If you want a home with lots of land, this is it. This kind of like that ad Angie just got through. Let me take this off the screen. This is like that ad that you were just talking about. Real simple, real clean.
Yeah.
Not any crazy stuff. How do I get this off the screen? Get that out. All right. It was I said do not disturb the tenants when I originally wrote this, but the person had moved out in between all of that. Those 2 months that we took to find a buyer for it. Open and spacious, located in Foley, Missouri, and Lincoln County. Contract purchase price is that. Call to view or to submit your offer. Real simple, real clean. No magic words. No, oh, the ARV is this and I didn't go into none of that stuff. I kept it clean, kept it simple, but we did put a purchase price of $45,000 on it, even though we got less. But still, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's how that went down. Let's see what else. Any other questions over here? Let's see here. Makes sense. I don't give repair estimates either. I list 3 or 4 comps. Yep. Thanks for the good feedback. That's you, Angie. Good feedback. Angie out here killing it. Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you for answering my question. Oh, no problem, Barbara. So yeah, so that's basically what it was with that. So what's next for you, Angie? What do you plan on doing in this business? You plan on doing some more wholesale deals? You plan on doing some buying and holding, some fixing and flipping, some Airbnbs? What do you plan on doing next?
Man, I'm open to doing all of it. I'm got a couple properties under contract now, so I'll still remain wholesaling until I feel like I don't need to do it anymore. Always open to not the traditional buy and hold, but lease options to where I don't have to fix any toilets or deal with any tenants.
Tenants, toilets, termites, trouble, and trash.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm open to a lot, and now that I know what I know, this is what I'll continue to do until I'm led to do something else.
I know that's right. So you're going to keep the marketing going. So what are you doing now as far as marketing these days?
I do driving for dollars, text blast, and cold calling. Do most of the calling is follow ups from the text, but I also, once I do a text blast and either someone doesn't respond, then I'll put them in the loop to cold call, because some people are receptive to calls and voicemails, and some people are more receptive to text messages. So try and hit them in a couple different ways.
Yeah, most definitely. I just got a lead from a guy. He's an older guy. He's got like 9 houses, and if I didn't leave him a voicemail, he said he never would have seen it because he don't do text messages.
You see, yeah. So yeah,
He's like, yeah, I want to sell a couple of them, but come on, take a look at them. So we're gonna see how they go. 9 houses.
Gotta keep it simple for now.
That's right. That's the right way to be. So that's cool there. Let me see here. Any other questions y'all got before we wrap this thing up? Let's see what else we got over here. So you got that. You're going to do more creative. You're going to do some creative real estate, possibly do some more JVs and things like that. JV with Angie. Are you going to go into some other markets outside of St. Louis, or are you going to stay in this area mostly?
I'm open to it all.
Uh-oh, did we lose you? Uh-oh. I think we lost you, Angie. You froze. Oh, no. So hopefully she comes back in to wrap this thing up. There she goes. If y'all have any other questions, drop them on in. We'll get you going here. And there's Angie B. Ta-da.
I think the wind's blowing hard outside.
That's what that little squeal is I've been hearing the whole time.
No, those are guinea pigs, Lord.
You got guinea pigs? Oh.
I ain't got them. My kids got them.
Oh, they be cool. They be making noise.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So are there any books, podcasts, and other recommended resources that you have for people to help them get their mindset right and get in this game of real estate and or entrepreneurship?
Ooh, there's a good book that I'm reading with my team on Superhuman Wholesalers. It's called, it has a really awkward title. Let me think. You can't teach a kid to ride a bike at a seminar. What's the name of that book? You know it.
I don't know. I'm a cheat though. Google is my friend. You can't.
Somebody.
Hey,
if any superhumans on here, they know. Can't teach kids to ride a bike at a what?
Seminar.
Oh, good.
If that's the book you're talking about right here, it's only $12.99.
Yep. That one and Traction actually are pretty good books for people who are just getting started in entrepreneurship and also sales.
Very important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sales, marketing and sales. That's all this stuff is. So cool. Any other resources or podcasts or anything you recommend for people?
So yeah, actually I learned quite a bit from so annoying. From listening to your podcast. I tune in every Monday and I learn a wealth of information just from that. Also, again, like I mentioned before, the Superhuman Wholesalers, like the community and Aaron's vision literally changed my life. And so if you're someone who's new, who you don't know which way to go, but you really feel like this is something that you would be good at or you can do, I mean, link up. You can go to the Superhuman Wholesalers group on Facebook. They're having an onboarding sometime this week. So there's a post in there that where you enter your what is it? Enter something. I think you put Superhuman under the post, and you can join, the Superhuman Wholesalers Network. If you do that, put hashtag Angie B on there so they'll know that I sent you.
Look at that. Angie B out here doing major recruiting, and it looked like everybody knew what the word was. Seminar.
Yep, those all superhumans. They know.
All right, cool. So Barbara wants to know, Angie, are you essentially a one-person operation, or do you have a team, i.e. virtual assistants?
I'm my virtual assistant.
You your own virtual assistant?
Yep. Everything a VA do, I do it. I do it, for myself. I'm actually probably a couple months now, I'll need a team because I actually stopped doing Facebook ads because I could not handle the influx of leads, which is it's like turning money away. So
what do you mean? So when they inbox you, do you feel like you couldn't get back to them quick enough, or you just wasn't able to quickly screen these people and get them out your system, or what?
I couldn't get back to them quick enough, and also have find someone in the area, because it would be people all over Missouri, even all over the country actually, that would inbox me, and I would try and I would attempt, but I just couldn't handle it all. So
I know that's right. Angie B buys houses making big money. There's C. All right, cool. So that's what we got there. So we answered that about the podcast. Let's see here. What else we got? Do you what kind of mistakes that you feel like you've made so far in this business that you've learned from?
What kind of mistakes have I made? Let me think. Ooh, not following up. Not following up with people. Talking to somebody, building rapport, knowing that they were super motivated, and just not following up with them.
Just
big mistake.
Simple old not follow up.
Then by the time you follow up, they done already sold it. So yeah,
that's happened to me so many times. It ain't even funny.
Yeah.
Just not following up with people. I mean, that is a killer of all dreams.
And I got to do better with that.
That's right. Transfer them to a CRM. That's what we need to do there.
Yeah.
Vanessa wants to know, what do you use for text blast?
I actually use batch for text blast. And what? Actually use batch for skip tracing and lead generation too. So I know Chris also has skip tracing, and do you also have text, Chris?
Yes, I got the best text system in the marketplace. Cold calling, texting, voicemail, all automated. All you got to do is speak to people. WokeReply.com. I've been using it, and I'm like, man, you're talking about getting leads and you can't keep up with them. Well, you can't keep up with them, but this is a multi-touch system where you don't have to remember to do anything. So basically, like the first text to go out, hey, yeah, I just want to know if you were interested in selling 123 Woke Street, and they're like, they don't respond, right? Then the system automatically texts them again in 24 hours, and if they don't respond, automatically text them again in 3 days or whatever. So you can customize your touch points as many times as you want, 30 times, 50 times. You can segment it by hour, by minute, whatever you want. It's kind of crazy. It sounds like it could be illegal almost, but
but that's nice. I need something like that.
Yeah, WokeReply.com, definitely a game changer. I mean, you can do voicemail, text messages, email. You can even do cold calling through it, all automated. I mean, it automates everything, and it's a CRM all in one. It basically will make you get rid of everything you've been using in real estate so far. And I don't like to make a wild claim like that because I haven't even got rid of the stuff that I'm not even using yet to just stay on that thing because it got everything there. I don't need all that stuff anymore. And I spent a lot of money on the business, by the way. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. So yeah, that's cool there. Any other questions? Let's see here. When you're doing Facebook ads, were you targeting the whole US or just Missouri?
So I was targeting different markets. Missouri was one of them. But I think the reason why I was getting properties from all over the country is because I was posting in some, USA garage sale groups. So that's why I was getting leads from all over the country. I was trying to handle them, but it was too much. Trying to find boots on the ground in, different places where you don't know anyone. Thankfully, though, some of those leads I was able to pass on to people in my network, in the superhuman network, because there are, investors in that group all over the country. So I could, when I got some leads, I would pass them on to other people if I knew I couldn't do anything with them.
Makes sense. Pass them on. Teamwork makes that dream work.
Yeah.
So, all right. So anything else you want to say to the family before we wrap this thing up? Angie B?
I just want to say for anyone who is new or who might be considering real estate, but you're just not sure of yourself. You don't know if you really can do this. You feel like you need help. Reach out. Man, you can reach out to me. I'm not an expert, but I know something. I know something. And, if it's something that I don't know, I can direct you to someone else who might be able to help you. But don't feel like you have to do this alone, because entrepreneurship is already it's a lonely career path. So try your best to reach out to people who, that's another superhuman Facebook user. We really do this.
Yeah, that Facebook user, look in the description right there. I put a thing that say show your name. Click that.
But yeah, I just say don't think that you have to do this alone. Reach out to somebody that you can trust, and get yourself started.
Don't start today. Start yesterday.
Start yesterday. And right. I'm like a poster child for, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I actually still have a 9-to-5. I have a 9-to-5. I have a household to take care of that I'm taking care of alone. I have a lot on my plate, but I didn't let it stop me. I won't let it stop me. Like I said, after learning what I know now about how I can literally change my bloodline. I can change the future for myself, for my kids, for grandkids that are, not even here yet. Now that I know what I know, man, I never do anything else.
Say the world don't even know, huh?
Man. And I'm even though I don't have so much time, I'm the type of person that I like to, help other people too. Because, man, people help me so much. I didn't get through this, whole feat by myself at all. I reach out to so many people, and so many people have, just been so generous to me with helping me with stuff, and I'd always like to give back. So
that's right. Give back to the community. How do people contact you? I know you said to hit you up if they want some help. Where do they find you at?
So on Facebook, you can find me. You can see my username there. It's Angie B Buys Houses. And on Instagram is at Angie B Buys Houses.
Yep, right there in the lower right corner. Take a screenshot of that and Hit up Angie B. Say, hey, I saw you on there talking to Chris Monroe. Was that you?
Talking so St. Louis.
Around her. Yeah, I don't know her trying to get them deal. I like her around her.
I try to make myself talk right here,
Yes.
and there, and everywhere.
Over there. Let me see here. I see some more comments popped in here. Somebody say they love you, Angie.
I love you too. It's probably, who could that be?
Kip.
Oh, Kip. He's such a nice guy.
Definitely.
You know, Kip, did you see him at the Growth Gala?
Yeah, that was a great growth gala, by the way. Shout out. That was an amazing experience. How did that go for you going down to Texas? How did that make you feel?
Man, I was in awe, actually. So, okay. So this whole entire year, I've been, the way that I've, kind of come out of my shell and really, really believe that I could be successful in real estate is by being in the Superhuman Wholesalers, like I said. But it's a community of people that live all over the country. So, I'd be working with and being encouraged by people who I've never even met before. Like I've never met before. But man, many of them have come to be people, like very pivotal people in my life who have literally changed my life. Like my cousin Butter, he's not my blood cousin, but he's my cousin. He's my team leader in the campaign. And the guy is, man, he's literally, on his own changing people's lives. I used to talk to him in the beginning, talk to him for hours about nothing about real estate, but just about, life stuff. Him encouraging me, telling me, pushing me, telling me that I can do it and stuff like that. It's invaluable. And so the Superhuman Growth Gala for me meant being able to touch all of these people who, I met virtually, just being able to see them, being able to hug them, and meet them. It was life changing. Everyone made all of their posts about what it meant to them. I'm still in such awe that I can't even put it into words, actually. So it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, I met some great people down there. It was a great experience for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't even all the pictures. That was just
not even all the people.
Just threw something in there.
Yep.
I mean, all quality people. You got to surround yourself with good people. If you're around dirt bags, you'll be a dirt bag. If you're around quality people, you'll be a quality person, right?
And that's one thing that I can say about this community. Superhuman Wholesalers, they have, man, it's literally, it's a family for me. It's a family for me. It's people who, man, I can call, I can call and talk to at any time of the night and say, hey, I'm going through this, and they're there. I have people, ladies there's one who was on here earlier, Kelly. She has a weight loss accountability group. It has nothing to do with real estate, but man, personal development, it has everything to do with real estate and, entrepreneurship. So I've just met some amazing people. And I'm forever grateful for that event, just to be able to, put a name to a face and hug Kelly. There she is. Hug Kelly and Aaron and Sam and C, all my people.
That's
and
right.
Brian said I can hug him whenever I want to because he's in St. Louis. But Yeah.
And it's very important. You know, a lot of people feel like you're alone in your entrepreneurship endeavor. You may feel like it, and you may be at your location. Get virtual. Reach out to these people. There are other people who think like you, because you may feel like you're alone. Like, man, am I crazy? I think that don't make sense, but everybody doing it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody ain't doing it. Let me get over here with some killers. So let's get some killer.
Yeah. So that's what worked for me.
I know that's right. Cool. So anything else you want to share with the family before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. Feel like I could talk forever. So yeah, my girl Kelly.
Oh, okay. He went over to YouTube. Okay, on the YouTube. We are streaming live on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. We need that like. Jump out of the chat for a second. Smash the like button. We need it for the algorithm. And, you know, because we want to show people that you can actually change lives. Do you feel like real estate is life-changing, Angie?
Woo. I ain't gonna cry. I'm a G.
Go let one roll down.
No. I can't even describe it. There's man.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even describe it. It's beyond life changing. There's nothing else I can say.
I know that's right. Thanks for coming on, and hope you're out here doing some more bigger and better things. Keep locking up deals, keep pushing, keep getting better every day. You know, I'm here to help in any way I can. And I'm gonna reach out to somebody I know too, because I don't know everything.
Yeah, thank you for being one of the people that I could go to when I needed help with stuff. So thank you for all that you do too.
Yeah, because I want to see everybody win. You know, I mean, I can't do it all myself. I know I can't. And so I know you can't do it all yourself. Why can't people work together? But like you said earlier, you got to get people that are trustworthy, honorable people that's going to do the right thing, not going to, lie to you, steal your money, or do some slick stuff, and play games, right?
Yeah, well, I ain't got time for that. Ain't none of us trying to go full St. Louis on nobody.
Wait a minute! Don't tell me you're gonna bring out Big Angie on them.
Yeah, Big Angie don't play.
All right, Angie. Thanks for coming on. All right.
Thanks for having me, Chris. You're the best. Forget the rest.
I know that's right. And that's how we do it, family, right here each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Go ahead, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. That was Miss Angie. Make sure to go follow her on Angie B Buys Houses on Instagram. Follow her, give her some love, tell her, you enjoyed her presence here, because everybody needs some encouragement. I need encouragement. You need encouragement. We need encouragement. So hopefully you're all being encouraged by watching, listening, and or watching the replay. Even if you're listening on a replay, drop a comment. Let me know you came in, say I was in the replay. I didn't make it live. I know some people like to come in because I see the algorithm, like you come in late and all that stuff. But drop a comment, let us know you came in. We need that as well. So hopefully you all learned something great. Learn that you can do this business. There's no excuses anymore. The technology is here. All we need you to do is take action. Learn it, take action. You don't have to know everything. I don't know everything. Angie don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. Do the deals. Do what you can do and make it happen. So with all that being said, like I said, if you want to be notified of any upcoming streams, text JV to 636-330-1444. That'll get you that free joint venture agreement so you can work with other wholesaler real estate agents, other investors as well. And that's also a number you can text me on as well, 636-330-1444. Shoot me a message if you got a deal you're working on or something like that. Hit me up. We always looking to network and make some more deals occur. All right. Let's see. Anything else I need to share with y'all? Nope. I think that's doing it. So let's see here. A couple comments. Fire. That's what I'm talking about. Fire. All right. We see you there. No excuses. Take action. That's right, Kip. You got it. Mike Buys Houses. Thanks for those flames. We appreciate it. Kelly. Oh, yeah. Great case study. So, yep. Go back. Watch the replay if you have to. If you missed the piece, go in and get the details and apply it to your transactions. I want to see you all win and see you all successful. All right. Don't forget to follow me on all social media outlets at ChrisMonroeSTL. That's Snapchat, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's YouTube, that's hip hop, TikTok, and you don't stop, rock it to the bang, bang, biggity bop, all that at ChrisMonroeSTL. And if you're looking for some real estate contracts, cool gear, or the coaching, check out that wokerealestate.com. One-stop shop. Everything you need is right there to help you out in your real estate endeavors. And if you haven't already, join that free Facebook group, the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, talking about subject to, talking about lease options, talking about seller financing, talking about a lot of real estate and more. The Woke Real Estate Investing Group on Facebook. And like Angie said, check out the Superhumans. They're dope as well. That's my bro Aaron Bevan's group. Great community there as well. Check them out. And hope you all have yourself a great evening. So do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me.
And we have. And we have. And we have. Mr. I stay. Whoa, and Mr. I stay.
Find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for you real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list. And don't forget, you got to find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters. Powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. Wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
Get your free real estate joint venture agreement and get notified of upcoming shows. Text JV to 636-330-1444.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. You may have heard the saying, the fortunes are in the follow-up. Now there's a brand new system that is great to help you cold call, text message, drop voicemails, and so much more, all automated. You don't have to remember anything. Just set it and forget it. All you have to do is speak to people. Check it out, wokereply.com. It's a multi-touch marketing campaign where you can schedule to send text, voicemail, email, and even live calls all on autopilot. Check it out today, wokereply.com. That's wokereply.com.